everybody, I'm Ryan, and today we're going to talk about the Pauper metagame. Over the course of the past week, there's been some recent Pauper bannings, and it hasn't shaken anything up, actually. It's sort of shaken things up, but I want to talk about the Pauper metagame. Though, as a disclaimer, with all my metagames, this is technically a winner's metagame because Magic Online only posts top 32s of challenges, but nonetheless, this is still reflective of the overall metagame. Let's jump into it. So if we look at the Pauper metagame, at the very top is a sharing between Burn and Blue Terror. In second, a very close second, is Madness Burn. And sharing fourth, fifth, and sixth, Ephemerate, Tron, Dredge, and Gruul Ramp. We've talked about Gruul Ramp a lot on this channel, so I'm going to skip over that. But let's start by talking about Dredge.
All right, I got my shovel. Let's get digging.
So Dredge is obviously a graveyard deck, so you're milling a bunch of cards, discarding a bunch of cards through like dredge effects and otherwise, and then cheating cards onto the battlefield with cards like Exhume, Dread Return, Lotleth Giant, things like that. It's incredibly powerful, incredibly fast, and tests your opponent if they have Dredge hate in their sideboard.
Do you guys know that I can do the robot? Here. Why does it feel like I'm flickering in and out of existence? Yeah, that's lame.
Ephemerate Tron is a deck that fell off for a little bit, but has slowly been coming back. It ramps mana by playing the Tron lands, which gives you 7 mana across 3 lands. Filters that mana into colors through various artifacts like Prophetic Prism. Plays powerful enter the battlefield effects like Mimetic Wall, Murmuring Mystic, Null Drifter, things like that. And plays Ghostly Flicker and Ephemerate to get those effects again, often creating a loop that you can't interrupt and just generates insane card advantage. And third was Madness Burn. What this deck is doing is discarding these cards with Madness that burn their opponent, like Fiery Temper or Alms of the Vein or whatever, with cards like Faithless Looting, which allows you to draw cards, but you can cast those cards when you discard them with the Madness ability, and you burn your opponent's face. Casting spells for less than they should be off of discard effects, which are supposed to be drawbacks, but are actually, like, good. This is really good if you're not looking to interact and you just want to be burning the face and attacking.
My wife hid all the lighters because I like playing with fire. I want to play with fire.
Not to be confused with actual mono red burn, which does play a lot of these burn spells like Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, and stuff like that, but they're also drawing cards off of Ren's Resolve and Experimental Synthesizer, I guess impulsing cards, not necessarily drawing cards, and playing creatures that are incredibly aggressive and attack and turn on Galvanic Blast, etc., etc.
I didn't know you were there. Oh my god. Who left their snake here? Come on.
Then Blue Terror is the tempo deck of the format. Plays Delver of Secrets, Cryptic Servant, and Tolarian Terror, and a ton of instant and sorcery cards. You churn through your deck, putting cards into your graveyard, countering your opponent's spells, bouncing stuff to flip Delver really, really easily, and be able to play Tolarian Terror and Cryptic Servant for very, very cheap, and win the game with those really cheap, but yet very large and aggressive threats for the mana cost. But that is the Pauper metagame. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.